Mr. Turner, you are invited to perform a private one-man show tonight at 7 p.m. Please prepare a performance that captures the essence of being human.
Folded edges tell a tale so shy. A crumpled wish beneath the open sky.
All right, man.
Through me
Let's have fun to death.
and I could fly. We soared past the stars where secrets hide. But every gust of a wind was just a lie.
You must be Elias.
Hey, yep, that's me. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. We're on a tight clock here. Once the doors open, you take the stage and do your thing. Right?
Huh. This place has history.
Used to.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah. Make it quick though, eh?
Why me? What made you choose me for this?
Oh, I didn't choose you for this. I didn't even know your name until today. No, they chose you. Yeah, they paid me good money to open up on the Sunday, and here we are. Look, stages are ready whenever you are. All right, stage is ready whenever you are.
Good evening.
Let's go.
When I was a kid, my mother used to bring home pastries. On Fridays, birthdays, no party, no reason. She'd just show up with a box and say, "These donuts made me think of you." We'd all sit around, reaching for the one with the most filling, you know, especially if it was jelly filled. Ooh, almighty. But in reality, it was nothing special. Bad coffee, cheap pastries, tiny kitchen. But I felt like the whole world fit in that room. Maybe that's what being human is. Taking something small and loving it like it's big.
That's fine. Why don't you step off for a minute?
Excuse me. Are you sure I'm the right guy for this?
If you weren't, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah, but they didn't move. Not once. I mean, I've performed for quiet crowds before, but that was different.
They're not here to judge you, Elias. Huh? They're here to observe you. Okay? You got to stay on theme. Give them life, humanity. They picked you because they see something in you they want to see. All right?
All right.
All right. Deep breath. Get back out there.
Yesterday, I stopped by that diner on Maple. You know, the one with the jukebox that still thinks it's 1962? Oh, darling, darling, stand by me. Well, my buddy meets me there. We haven't talked all day, haven't seen each other. Before we even look at the menus, he just starts going off. You won't believe what happened to me at work today. You're not going to top this. Try me. Well, it turns out the intern tripped over the fax machine cord and the whole office caught on fire. Everyone got to go home early. Well, that's half the fun, you know, walking in with a full day's worth of stuff that the other person hasn't heard yet. Two booths over, these old guys start arguing about a headline in the paper. Finally, one of them slaps it down and says, "If this is true, then I'm moving to Canada. To hell with Reagan, to hell with him." And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, you know, I only know what's happening when someone tells me, or when the newspaper hits my doorstep. And honestly, I like it that way. I mean, if the news followed me around all day, I think I go crazy. Right. I'd probably start whispering to myself in a basement somewhere, you know, 4 more years, 4 more years. I like the world in small doses. A little conversation, a little headline, little mystery. I like walking into the room and finding out what happened, not already knowing. You know, that's half the fun. Talking, listening, letting life hit you when it's ready. That's all. I'll be right back.
That was different.
Different good, or don't ever do that again different?
All right. I think they like what they saw. They were getting into it. They liked it.
What does that even mean?
That means you're getting through to them. Whatever you're tapping into, keep on tapping.
But I was just talking about the block, the diner, the people. Nothing special.
To you, take a breath. You got more to give in there.
More? How?
Peel the layers. Huh? Let's see what's underneath.
Okay, let's see where this goes. Let me tell you something that happened the other day. My neighbor, he throws a cookout in the cul-de-sac. Somebody drags out a grill, another person brings a cooler. Somebody else brings out one of those radios that only picks up 2 channels depending on how you're holding it. Kids running circles around cars, grown adults dancing like nobody's watching, even though everybody is. People arguing about whose potato salad is better. Nobody wins, but everybody eats. That's the stuff, you know, the stuff that isn't written down, that stays with you and it makes you smile. Life's just better when we have stuff to bring to each other. Hold on, let me grab a chair. This doesn't even feel like a performance anymore. It feels like I'm just telling stories about my life.
Yeah, sometimes that's just what lands.
But that's not what I came here to do.
Yeah, but that's what's working. Look, just whatever direction you go in, keep going that way. Stage is ready.
I grew up on Pine Hollow Road. And let me tell you, there was a woman 2 houses down that burned dinner at least once a week. The whole street, it smelled like charcoal and regret. Next thing you know, people are knocking on her door. Not to complain, but to bring her food. We made too much. Thought you might want some of this. Everyone knew what happened, but no one said it out loud. You know, life is funny. What matters most isn't written down in a book somewhere. It's just lived. The knock on the door when you weren't expecting, the smell from someone else's kitchen, the conversation in the yard when you were just trying to go get the mail. Anyway, that's Pine Hollow Road. Not perfect, but real. But life is bigger than Pine Hollow Road. Look at the holidays. When I was a kid, Christmas would last an entire year in itself. I'd just sit there and stare at the tree. You know, I'd shake the boxes. I'd try to guess what's inside and be wrong every single time. Half the magic is how long it took to get there. Birthdays, too. You wait for the present, you mark your calendars, you live in this feeling of almost for weeks. And then when the day finally arrives, it means something. All that excitement of waiting for the gift, of sending the invitations, of looking forward to that big day. Almighty! I think the waiting made the celebration real. You had to sit through the boring parts, the slow parts of waiting for the right moment, the imperfect parts. Those are the good moments. That's what keeps us human. Needing each other, being there for one another, having to wait, having to show up and help. And that leads me to my final thought. You may have heard of it earlier this year. A bunch of artists got together. Big names, little names, everyone in between. All crowded together, shoulder to shoulder in this little recording studio. All singing the same song. You know, USA to Africa, we are the world. I wasn't there, obviously, but I remember hearing it on the radio and thinking to myself, look at that. People who have never even met these kids, who have never even stepped foot in Ethiopia, are singing their hearts out because someone somewhere needed help. And it wasn't for popularity. Dozens of voices, different styles, different egos, all mending towards one melody for unknown people that they wanted to help. And I don't know about you, but I like living in a world where people reach out across oceans when someone cries for help. That's something special. That's humanity at its best. Thanks for listening. All right. That's all I got.
You did more than a show tonight, Elias.
What does that mean? And who are they?
They're not from here.
What are you talking about?
They're from another time, a time when the world got ugly.
Wait. What time? Another time?
Here, let me show you. Brace yourself.
What the hell? You mean they're from the future?
Yeah, 2026.
And what's with the...
The screens? That's what brought them here. Yeah, those screens, they took and took until there was nothing left to take. You know? No more waiting, no more silence, no more showing up for each other. Just noise all the time. The world didn't explode, it emptied out, right? People stopped talking to each other. They would talk on their screens. They stopped listening to each other, just listen to what the screens would tell them. They stopped being with each other even when they were with each other. They came back because they wanted to see what it was like to be human. To see what it was like to collaborate with each other, to love and be friends. You know, they looked at you today like you were a museum piece. Not because you're old, but because you know what it feels like to be human.
What about you? Are you from the future?
No. I'm glad for it. No. He brought them here. This little group. Paid me. Felt like he knew me.